I mean, I get so excited this time of the year. Our house is just full of like this competitive, frenetic energy. You probably know I live with my husband, who's another top-ranked competitive eater. So yeah, we're just a lot of there's a lot of excitement. All the hard practice and preparations behind me, and right now it's just kind of getting my mind right and you know following through on stage.
Now, how do you feel leading up to next week? Are you feeling good? Are you chasing after that 48 and a half? Are you going to try and beat that? What are you thinking leading up to this?
Yeah, I don't want to jinx it because I said this last year too, and I feel like I fell short and let the fans down. So my record stands at 48 and a half, which I dislike that number so much. If there had been a countdown, I would have at least gotten to 49, and 49 would have irritated me as it is because, like, the 50, the nice round 50 is right around the corner. So I'm chasing that. I know I promised it last year. So this year, I really, really want to make that happen. And I've tweaked my technique a little bit to really get there.
About the aftermath of the contest, and obviously with your husband also being a competitive eater, we just kind of wanted to ask what that's like when you guys get home afterwards. If you
Babe,
don't
you
want
want
to
to take
talk
this
about it, it's
question?
totally fine.
No, I don't know. I feel like it's not super ladylike. Nick might want to jump in if you want to edit him into this.
I mean, I think, oh,
Where are you?
what's going on, guys?
How you doing?
Not bad. I would say, I always tell the people it's just like everybody else, just a lot more, because we're eating 48 and a half hot dogs or 70 bratwurst or 250 chicken wings. So I would just say, like, we're fortunate to, I think we've built adaptations, kind of like the construction worker that's done it for 30 years. The 55-year-old recovers faster than the 18-year-old kid who just started. So I think there's a little bit of an adaptation. And so we force a lot of water. We stay away from each other.
Each other.
Largely.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
gonna say, I don't blame anybody for not wanting to be around me after I eat 4 dozen hot dogs. And equally, I don't really feel like being around him after he competes.
So I don't know what's more unpleasant, like our moods towards each other or the GI distress, but we do a good job of kind of avoiding both.
There you go. Thanks, babe. To feel the gross question. Nick Wehry, everybody.
Because I was like, do they set up like different beds, like the bathroom situation, like are they on schedules? Like, the mind starts to wander.
Yeah, right. No, we've got some pretty nice accommodations for the 4th of July. Plenty of space. It's one time where we won't be fighting over the thermostat. Normally he likes it like a freezer in every room. That's like the one time I'll agree because I'm like super hot and gross from hot dogs. So
How much longer do you want to keep competing?
yeah, I mean, I've been doing this for 10 years, going for my 9th belt. So only 1 year that I didn't collect being, the year that I was pregnant.
Right.
But I've been doing this for 10 years now, and I'd love to do it for 10 more, for as long as it's fun, really. I mean, yeah, like you said, it's something that I can incorporate into my day-to-day life. I the way I look at it is I get to go out to Coney Island or I get to go out to New York for a week every year and get paid to eat hot dogs on the 4th of July. So for as long as it's fun, for as long as they'll have me, I'll be there. Going into my 10th year is really symbolic. And it's really you guys that fuel me to do better and better, and to find the fun in this every year. And it just kind of translate overall in life. Like when I'm up there eating hot dogs in the unforgiving New York sun, a lot of times my body will tell me like, this is hard, you don't want to keep going through. Even in life, like I'll hit challenges or I'll come across situations where I'm like, this is hard, I don't want to do this anymore. And just finding that strength, whether it's at the table through the fans or for myself within, it's just like I don't know. Just want to say thanks to the fans for being there all those years. I don't know if that made sense, but like you guys have pushed me through a lot of ups and downs over the course of a decade.
Awesome. And now when you look back at those 10 years and you see, like, even in the rankings that you're up there with the male competitors too, just looking back on that and all the success that you've had, what does that feel like?
It's surreal. I mean, naturally, the 4th of July just wouldn't feel the same if I weren't at Coney Island eating hot dogs. Again, even the year that I was pregnant, you couldn't keep me away. They had me serve as guest commentator. It's become part of my life, just the same way the hot dog eating competition is kind of like interwoven itself into our cultural fabric. This is all part of my identity, part of who I am. And looking back on the last 10 years, I've been afforded some amazing opportunities to travel, meet wonderful people, participate in events that have charitable components, whether it be, donating money to food banks or raising awareness or collecting funds for clean water initiatives. Competitive eating has been so much more than what you guys get to see in those 10 minutes. And I'm very, very appreciative.
For anybody who maybe they can't make it on the 4th because they have a really cool barbecue to go to, or they can't make it on the 3rd to the weigh in, we actually will be doing handcraft burgers and brews. We're going to be doing a meet and greet June 2nd from like 2 to 4, and they're giving out free fries to anyone that orders one of their Ripper deep fried hot dogs. So we'll be there just fielding questions, taking pictures. So anybody can ask any of the multitude of questions that I'm sure people have about competitive eating.
I feel bad. Like when we're literally walking back to the bus on the 4th of July, I have to tell people like, I don't have time because the bus, I'm not super special. The bus will leave without me. So it's kind of just our way to connect with people, whether it just turns out into casual lunch with me and Nick and the baby, or people decide to, come in and say hi. We'll be there for anybody who wants to show up.
And like, I mean no disrespect to people when I'm maybe not the most pleasant when I have a stomach full of 55 hot dogs and buns.
Yeah.
So like when I'm empty stomach and just super calm, I would be more than happy to talk to you for the rest of the day. It's going to be a little, and I'm more pleasant to be around because I don't smell like hot dogs and sweat.